what's up? It's your boy Frankie J, and you know that I got soul.
Alright, Frankie J, so you just dropped the new single, Don't Stop.
Yes,
Don't talk about that song a little bit.
Well, Don't Stop It was a song that was written and recorded back in 2005, believe it or not. It was a song that Bash and I got together with and just kind of made happen, put our magic into what we do, and it was born, and it just kind of stayed there for a long time. I mean, it's almost 10 years now since, 10 years now. And we just kind of left it there. It was supposed to be a song that I was going to use for one of the albums while I was with Sony, but it never made it. It never made the cut, so just kind of forgot about it, and it was collecting dust there for a good while. So just recently, I stumbled upon it on my computer, and I called Bash and I said, "Hey, what do you think about putting this song on my SoundCloud, seeing what the fans are gonna think about it, and see what happens, see where it goes?" And he was like, "Bro, put it out. I've always liked the song," so I did. Put it on my SoundCloud, and it's got over 16,000 plays. And here I am, back in Vancouver, promoting it, performing here at Club Privé, and so I'm excited.
Right.
See what happens.
And of course, your last project, I think, featured more of an acoustic type of sound to it, whereas this record is a little more throwback. Just moving forward, do you think that's the direction you're going to go in, that throwback type of sound?
Throwback sound, yeah. I mean, as opposed to like the other stuff that I've done, it's got a lot more, in the past I've used a lot of pianos, more ballady type of stuff. This time I'm going a lot more retro, more of that funk, using more live instrumentation as well, but more of that groove. So Don't Stop It definitely has that vibe, and who would have thought 10 years from now we were gonna be putting it out and performing it. Bash was even telling me, he goes, "Man, I think we were a little bit ahead of our time when that song was done, because now it's like, it's so relevant on radio with, Justin Timberlake, doing some of that sound, Robin Thicke doing some of that sound, Pharrell Williams, so definitely excited about it." So yeah, I think we're going to go with that sound for this next album.
Right. And of course you collaborated with Baby Bash on a bunch of records. Talk about the chemistry that you guys have.
The stuff that Bash and I have done, it always has come easy because we've always had this connection, this energy, this chemistry in the studio. Ever since our first song, Suga Suga, we always have fun. We never think about anything in the studio. We just go with our gut feeling, and he'll think of some really cool concepts. I'll do the same. I'll think of some cool concepts, and then when we get together, it just comes out naturally. We don't really put too much, of thought to it. So I think that's what people love. That's what people have enjoyed throughout the years. When we collaborate on a song, we always just come out with something fresh sounding, and just have fun with it. I think that's how hits are born.
Yeah. And of course, your last album was released on Universal Music Latino.
Right.
Was that similar to your situation at Sony, where it was a major machine, or was it just distribution that you were?
No. I got signed as an artist with Universal this past. Actually, I got signed in 2011. It was December 17th of 2011, and within about a year and a half, almost 2 years, it took for us to put out our first album. 2013 in May, we came out with the album Faith, Hope, Amor. It was an album that it was long awaited, and it was actually nominated for the American Grammy in 2014. I went to the Grammys and went out there and enjoyed myself, hung out with all the big stars, and really just kind of soaked it all in. It's been a while since I've been to the Grammys, and I was very excited just simply because of the nomination. It was nominated for Best Latin Pop Album of the Year, Unfortunately, we didn't take it, but the nomination was humongous for me. And so now, you know, we're just back in the studio working on a new album, putting together some new fresh ideas, going along with that retro sound, that funk, you know, fusion. And hey, you never know, might get another nomination, we'll see.
Right. And of course on that album it was more of a half Spanish, half English type of album. And for your career you've always had to make sure you balance the two because you have fan bases on both sides. Just talk about that balance and what the challenges have been.
Well, for me, my success in my career has always been both the English and the Spanish. I've always dipped into the, you know, to my roots, which is Latino. I was born in Mexico, but raised in the United States, so I always tend to bring, you know, those, you know, bring in my culture and my sound to the pop market, in the English market. I feel that it's very important because it's who I am and who I represent. And there's always, you know, a balance between the both. But I feel that it's always something that will always be a part of me and that I can never really get away from. So I think Obsession was one of the biggest pop urban sounding songs with the English Spanish fusion to it, so it kind of opened up something new with that particular record back in 2005. Actually before that I had another song called Don't Wanna Try, which was my very first single as I did my venture as a solo artist, and that one we did it in Spanish and in English, and then we did a remix of it in Spanglish. And you know, it did wonders for me. It started off my career as a solo artist. So I think the Spanish and the English will forever be who I am, and I can never ever get away from it.
And then another fine line that you've always had to walk on is, you know, the pop and R&B lane.
Right.
When you came out, you know, pop was essentially R&B, but now it's kind of gone its separate ways where pop is more EDM driven, right, whereas R&B is really heavily towards one market. So how were you able to kind of maintain your career during that time period when R&B was moving out of the pop lane and pop was shifting towards EDM?
I don't know, I guess I was just being myself. I wasn't thinking too much of the genres. I wasn't thinking about, oh, I need to be more R&B, more urban, or more pop, or more this or more that. I think what's important is for an artist to be an artist and someone to just be who you are and who you represent. If you start thinking too much about you know, what's out on the radio and, you know, the certain types of styles, then you kind of get lost in the fusion. So you have to just be original and be who you really are. I think that's how I've been able to maintain myself throughout the years and sustain my career and be able to just stay alive, you know, in this day and age and what we're doing. So I'm grateful for that and thankful as well that the fans have been very supportive, very loyal, and very understanding, because I get, you know, everywhere that I go, I always get someone that says, hey, when are we going to hear some more stuff on the radio? And you know, that's what we're working on. You know, we're working on all of that right now, and I think everything happens for a reason. So you just got to stay working and stay focused.
And along with your solo career, you've had a chance to work with so many different producers. One producer that you've kind of put onto the scene was Happy Perez, who I know is a good friend of yours.
Yes.
He's gone on to work with people like Mariah, Miguel, and Frank Ocean. So
right,
how instrumental do you think you were, you know, in terms of his success now that he's had these many placements, you know, in current times? I'm
very happy for him. Very excited for what's happening in his career as well, because no matter what, whoever has success in certain areas or in different areas still kind of keeps that door open for the team, you know, for the ones that have started since the very beginning. So, as a matter of fact, I just recently spoke to him before coming on this trip, because our song Suga Suga has been remade, and it's fixing to come out. It's fixing to come back out. I don't want to say too much about it. I don't know if I'll get in trouble if I speak too much on it, but it's an artist from the European continent, very famous DJ, and we actually spoke about it on the phone. We're in the process of clearing all of the clearances and whatnot. So we're both very excited. As a matter of fact, all three of us are. Bash, Happy, and myself, because it's something that we created, and now we feel honored that another big artist is actually remaking our song, and just coming out with it with a fresh sound. So but going back to your question, Happy has been a longtime friend, and he's like a brother to me. And he's had a lot of success with Mariah Carey, with Miguel as well, with Frank Ocean, and we're getting back to it. We're getting back to it. I think we're gonna get back together and work on some more music, especially for the new project. So the more success he has, he's just gonna pull us right in. So we help each other. That's what it's about.
And then lastly, a producer that you've had a lot of great chemistry with, especially early on in your career, is Brian Michael Cox. You guys did a lot of great work together. Just talk about the work that you did with him, because I'm a huge fan of the stuff you guys did together.
Well, working with Brian was a dream come true, because I've seen his work from when he first started working with Jermaine Dupri. My synergy with him and my chemistry with him was amazing as well. And it's always great to work with good, humble people. When you work with humble people such as Brian, it comes easy, and you're in the studio, you're creating, you're thinking of concepts, and this guy's an amazing producer. He's not just a producer, he can sing, and we're in there going at it with different melodies and such, and it was just an amazing experience to work with Brian. As a matter of fact, we still every now and then shoot each other some messages, like on the social medias, on Twitter or Instagram, and so we've been kind of shooting messages back and forth every now and then through social media, and we're like, hey bro, we gotta get back in, we gotta work again, or come to LA or come to Atlanta, because he goes back and forth, and I'm in San Diego, so it's only a drive to go to Los Angeles. But definitely would love to get back in with Brian. Brian's been an amazing, producer and friend throughout the years, and it would be awesome to get back with him. As a matter of fact, every time that I perform, that I do my shows, I always love to do the stuff that we did together. There's a song called "On the Floor," which was a sample from Wham, and then a song called "How to Deal" that we did together. So yeah. It's just always cool to go back to those songs and perform them for the fans.
And that's all that I've got for you. Anything you'd like to add?
Well, just follow me on all my social medias. I just started using was it Periscope? I started finally using it, and go follow me there. It's The Real Frankie J. My Twitter is The Real Frankie J. My Instagram is The Real Frankie J. My Facebook is Frankie J Official, and my Snapchat is Frankie J. It's the letter I, the letter M, Frankie J. So I just want to say thank you for the love, for the support. Without you guys, Frankie J would not be here, would not even exist. Thank you for the continuous love and support that you guys keep, obviously giving me throughout the years, and I'm just, thankful and ready for the next project. So I'm here in Vancouver. It's been a long time. I'm excited for Club Privé. I'm gonna definitely do my show out tonight, and looking forward to seeing you guys. So I'll see you guys in the social media world, and hopefully in a city near you.